You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it, I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
In Fallout New Vegas, Goodsprings is your starting location, meant to help the player start off on their epic adventure across the Mojave, and most likely never return to after finishing the tutorial. What if you played the game in such a way to make Goodsprings a big part of your journey? Can you beat Fallout New Vegas as a GoodSprings Enjoyer? The rules are rather simple. I can't gain any infamy from Goodsprings, and must have them idolized before I finish the run. Just to say it here now, stealing items from Goodsprings doesn't count as infamy. Just like real life, only getting caught gains infamy. I can only get my weapons, armor, and basically all supplies from Goodsprings. Basically, items sold, grown, or given to me by Goodsprings settlers, or overall found in the Goodsprings properties. And lastly, just so the challenge is even possible, I'm allowed to grab any quest items. Simply put, if not, the run ends once I leave the tops and am forced to take Caesar's Mark, or more notably, taking the Platinum Chip. Now, enough stalling. Oh geez, I say that a lot. Is that me? Is it part of the channel now? Oh man. The game starts as it always does. Wait, how can I see down here? Or waking up because 9mm ain't shit. Picking out my name, before typing at one letter incorrectly, and trying to rewrite it to prove to my audience I can type. Get forced to do the worst thing ever, and customize a face in Fallout New Vegas. But thankfully, I get super lucky and accidentally make Ron Swanson.
The less I know about other people's affairs, the happier I am.
My special stats for the start of the run are very temporary, so I won't go over them just yet, but for now, I cap luck, intelligence, and charisma to maximize loot, XP, and caps. I also temporarily tag explosives to get explosives from Easy Pete, and repair and barter for no reason, and caps. I also pick up only the skill trait, because trust me bro, and when I go to leave Doc's house, he gives me some items he says were mine before he found me, and also a few items he says he's gifting to me. So I dropped everything that isn't what Doc gave me, including a ton of items given to me from the Ultimate Edition. Jeez. This was one of the first DLCs here, boys. This was the first microtransaction. You can get the better edition, you get all this. I go around Doc's house and take pretty much anything that isn't glued down. Junk, healing, supplies, weapons. I also repair the 9mm and use the chemistry strut to make some drugs as a treat. And once Doc's house is as barren as my brain during my 3 AM doom scroll, I go out into Goodsprings, not only get flashbanged, but get hit with not 2, not 1, not September 11th, but 6 notifications. And just when I think I'm safe, one more for good luck. God, I love New Vegas. I quickly get to work on grabbing as much loot as I can in the area, and before I forget, I also store the 24 caps the game gave me before the game started. And to save inventory space, make my way to the first of many trips to Chet, selling most of what I borrowed from Doc Mitchell, such as 5 pre-war books, and 5 more pre-war books, meet up with Moonfrowns to get a free gun, get given some items from Trudy's bar. You didn't see anything, right? You didn't. Just so we're aware. I get the varmint rifle, and turns out when the game says you need to shoot the bottles, you need to shoot the bottles.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight.
Wait, what?
Nice shot.
That's weird. I also clear the water purifiers and loot the geckos, as when they die on Goodsprings soils, I believe they become part of Goodsprings property. I also make sure to save the Goodsprings settler as she gives us some water for my troubles. I get hustled by the local thug bug as I waddle my way to Chet's shop. Come on bro, I'm just trying to go shopping. Come on man. Come on dude. I sell just enough to walk normally, and go to kill Mr. Cobb for being my least favorite salad. Accidentally harm the locals, and after reloading a save, Cobb goes down like a metal pipe. I loot his body as he is now Goodsprings property, and keep in mind that I get a stealth boy. Very important. Trudy recommends that I help out Ringo, and I reward such a good idea with random junk in my pockets, some of which I definitely stole from her. I meet up with my least favorite beetle, cop some of his shit, and while making a much better sell run to Chet, I found out he's selling a recharger rifle. And getting a weapon that basically has unlimited ammo sounds pretty good to me, so I quickly snatch it up, and also take a free pair of leather armor for helping his business. Sunny smiles, convinces herself to join in defending the town. I forget I took skilled and have above 25 explosives. I'm not gonna question it, I'm just gonna take it. I'm rewarded with a level up for getting people to work together, and I level up medicine and repair, as well as grab the Swift Learner perk. I convinced Trudy to join the fight, convinced Doc Mitchell to give us medical supplies, and yet again get another free set of leather armor from Chet, and get started to defend the town against the Powder Gangers. And by defend the town, I mean it basically defends itself. But after Goodsprings is safe, I loot the Powder Gangers, get paid by Ringo, which is caps I allow myself to use, as I am given them for protecting the town, and Ringo's stuff. Once the loot has been absorbed into my pockets, I exchange my loot for caps, loot the Goodsprings school before I leave, getting more tasty drugs, and another stealth boy. I also set up my backup plan, and buy as many regular energy cells as I can. Trust me, I have a plan. Afterwards, I make my way out of town, where I can finally set up my stats, going max perception, endurance, and intelligence. For energy weapons and explosives, max health and max XP gain, doing explosives, medicine, and repair for my attack skills, and if you're a fellow scumbag much like myself, I'm repicking the skill trait. As the game gets confused, it gives me the double the effect, but only the downside once, meaning I get 10 free skill points in every skill, for only the cost of a minus 10% XP gain, which gets negated by the one perk chosen, Swift Learner. I was also going to choose Good Natured for extra points, but decided on Logan Loophole. I don't have many drugs to work with, but when I use them, I can't afford to get addicted to them, and there is little chance of me getting to level 30. I finally readjust my skills to be higher in repair, medicine, and explosives. And before we go any further, these are the items I'm bringing out of Goodsprings, but keep in mind, I still have 562 Goodsprings caps to my name, and much more importantly, still have many items to go back to and grab and sell, as I only really cleared out Doc's house, the schoolhouse, and the general outside area, leaving the graveyard, gas station, and Trudy's bar, and several houses for looting purposes. I start a bit wasteful and use 2 of my 14 dynamite on a duo of powder gangers. I go to loot them, but remember this is a challenge, and this terrible feeling lingers for quite a bit at the start. Oh, I hate this. I already hate this. I want to grab stuff, but I am not allowed to. It's such an ingrained thing in my brain to go pick up, like I want to loot that, but I can't. It's not allowed. I send some pew-pews, almost failed the challenge. I can't grab it! Go to Salone to repair Snuffle's leg. The only reward I can really collect here is XP, as I can't collect the non-Goodsprings caps. Get told that there's danger ahead, and if I want to go to the strip, I gotta take the long way. But Mr. Chomps doesn't know that I know the YouTuber strategy. Jumping up and walking around the right side, as the Deathclaws can't really path up to these rocks. It's a bit lame, I know, but with my limited resources, no shot am I taking the long way around. I've already sold the 2 bottles of whiskey for the way. I make my way past the Deathclaws, and find myself close to Freeside. The game is so happy for me that I get a free level up for energy weapons and melee weapon purposes. I then see maybe why I shouldn't be here at level 3, as I get torn apart worse than Sony trying to ruin the best game on the market. Try and cheer myself up with the help of the NCR. Say the line, NCR trooper.
Man, Doc Kemp really fixed me up right the last time I got shot.
That's not the line. See what I'm gonna say if you skip ahead. 8 minutes ahead in the video, I finally make my way to Freeside, get shown the Freeside hospitality, and I'm oh so happy to give them that Goodsprings hello. I go to see Mr. House Beat built the whole strip in front of me, and get told that I'm too broke to enter. At this stage in the game, I normally have the 2,000 caps to show, but in this challenge,
I do not.
So since I'm a YouTuber, this now means I need to ride the monorail, as it's basically a freeway onto the strip and takes a little extra time. I then get reminded just how deep into trouble any combat in this area will give me, and while I think I could easily take them on, wanting to save on resources is definitely not doing me any favors. When I even dip into my more late game resources, it also just goes tits up.
If any of you need anything at all, too bad.
And at the cost of not 1, not 2, not 3, but 3 dynamite, I'm able to gain a very pitiful amount of XP. I killed a guy. Let's go. I got a kill. It only cost all my health. I then get to Camp Karen, ride the monorail, and take my way to the strip with seemingly no consequences. Thank you. The only cost is the absolute yap I get, and I don't care who you are, nostalgia or not, getting to the strip for the first time in any playthrough always feels and looks amazing. I make my way into the tops and get the friendly reminder I'm playing a Fallout game with good writing. Yeah, I'd love to. I see Benny ready to make an entrance. Grudge is waiting to make an appearance. And get 2 free levels for making my way to the strip, getting the run and gun perk and getting energy weapons and explosives and the repair skill to a higher level, before getting to experience my favorite line in New Vegas.
What in the goddamn?
I try and talk to Benny for a bit, but he seems to have his head up his own ass, and technically, to do the NCR ending, I don't even need Benny, so I exit the tops and get smoke blown up my ass.
The eyes of the mighty Kaiser are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift.
I haven't done anything. I also get told to join the other major faction, who sends their most charismatic NCR trooper. I show off my amazing listening and gaslighting skills.
Walker can be found in his office through the door to my right and at the end of the hall.
That's not the door to the right at the end of the hall. I feel pretty stupid right now. Door to the right at the end of the hall. Where he at, though? Into this hall? Alright, hang on here. Listen here, miss. You have door 1 and door 2. You said door to the right at the end of the hall. So I go to the door to the left, turn a corner, and then it's the door on the right at the end of the hall. You're dumb. I hate you. The ambassador reminds me of my toxic relationship.
To the northeast is a settlement.
Are you telling me there is another settlement that needs my help? But he tells me I need to get the boomers ready to help not cool Republic. So I follow his orders like a good little dog and see a good strategy that could be very useful. Jeez. I should have invested in sneak. I then meet a nice man named George before killing a nice man named George. Oh. You don't carry a weapon in the wasteland? Are you kidding me, man? What are you doing? I then quite easily get to the boomers at the cost of both of my arms and the new permanent debuff of constant ringing in my ears. The inner Russian Badger fan inside me can't control himself. I didn't run through all that artillery to answer your stupid questions. Somehow get instantly allowed to talk to the leader of this organization. She says if I want her help, I need to help her first. So I get the quest of clearing out ants and repairing some light panels. The ants being super easy to take care of. Before going down in a few shots, and also getting reminded of the lows this challenges can give me. Oh man, I like that gun. I like that gun. I can't use it. I take my anger out on these not so squishable bugs and get to tell Rochelle, well, try and tell Rochelle, as these cars aren't very jumpable, get told I did the thing, and to finish Loyal's quest, I either need 65 repair or some specific parts. To think about what to do, I let a child tell me the lore of his people and say the word savages like he's in a Call of Duty lobby back in 2012. I then decided to head back to GoodSprings and dig up some graves for some extra loot, and fully clean out the gas station before selling more items to Chet. Yeah, man. Mostly just selling items I wasn't using anyway. I go back to the saloon, Ringo's still here, and I get a few more items here as well. Mostly just extra healing and selling items. I then go and kill some geckos, with what is almost the last of my recharger's health, and get the last XP I need to level up. I get the Mad Bomber perk, and my plan is most likely much more visible. I head back to GoodSprings, go to the wrong workbench, before going to the right workbench, and see how I have the ability to make microfusion grenades. I'm also able to turn the energy cells I've been collecting into microfusion cells, so from the jump, I can make a whole 22 grenades. I do consider this making a GoodSprings item, as I'm using GoodSprings resources on GoodSprings soil with a GoodSprings workbench to make a GoodSprings grenade. I don't know why I'm defending this, I feel like this is very obvious. I then go back to the repair of the panels, I inform Loyal, and the game tells me that Pearl is satisfied. I guess there's a first for everything in life, and see if there's anything else I can do for her, which I'm told Loyal can inform me.
Pearl sent word saying it's all right to tell you about the lady in the water.
I mean, I'm told that a man named George needs us to get a top secret weapon out of a lake, and I'm given 3 quest items to do so. I try and drop them, but they are confirmed to be quest items. I make my way to the lake, and the seamen have given me a bit of trouble. They send out large bursts, so I counter with my own blasts. Once they finish, I'm nearly drowned twice, as I had no godly idea where I was meant to place these packages, but once I do, I place them with ease, get jump scared. Whoa! Oh. And I can finally bring the inside job outside of the water. I get given a thumbs up emoji, and Pearl says if I spontaneously go to war, that the boomers will help me, no questions asked. Which is a very weird thing to say to someone. I then go to inform the ambassador, but the game makes a point that the boomers are loyal to me, not the NCR. I then also slept on it, and now that I think about it, with the Yes Man's help, I could take over New Vegas in the name of GoodSprings. So honestly, fuck the NCR. Yes Man momentarily becomes Yap Man, and he tells me how to take over Vegas. And meeting him gets me another level up, which gets me more explosives damage due to the Demolition Expert perk. I then try and sneak my way over to Caesar's soon-to-be brainless face, before I get caught by the NCR.
You've done a good turn for the NCR, and now we'd like to do one.
I'm sneaking here. I make my way to Baldy and see my best friend. What's up? And my favorite salad tells me that if I want this silly little chip, I need to do as he says, and he's rather pushy about it.
Fucking platinum.
Swearing in my Bethesda game? But while I try to listen to my favorite salad, my least favorite doctor, who isn't a surgeon, tells me, no, you need to do what I say to progress the story. I make Mr. House as disappointed in me as my parents. That sigh of disappointment, I'm sorry. But I decided to do as he says. And this little area gives me quite a bit of trouble. With my dwindling health supplies, and not wanting to waste every grenade in my arsenal, I try and use a bunch of spare weapons. But my terrible set of skills can't really do much, so I'm forced to use my shrinking set of grenades. After a few tries of just trying to rush in, oh my goodness, stop it! Stop it! Why are there so many? And finally get to install the platinum chip and see that death may be closer in the rearview mirror than it appears. Whoa! Nope, no hostiles here. Sorry, I'm out. I'm leaving. I'm gone. Goodbye. I'm told that as a reward, I can kill Benny. I tell Mr. Dude that I'd rather not kill Benny, but he says no matter what, Benny dies.
You need to work on your bloodthirst. We won't speak again until Benny is dead. Walk away if you want, but if you do, he's going up on a cross. You're still making a choice.
Wow, the game doesn't let me make a choice. Wow, whoever made this game is really bad at letting you make choices. Wow, I can't believe that. I was given a machete to do the job, but drop it as it isn't GoodSprings brand, and instead bring out one of the knives I snuck in and cut into the Tin Man, who had more health and will than anybody I've ever met. Man, you are a strong dude.
A fair kill.
Sure, whatever you say. I then make my way back to my home and buy up more supplies to make more grenades. Then I also sell my guns and ballistic ammo, as it's basically useless from my low skill. I then go to overthrow Mr. House, who seems to have very good security.
Yes, please.
I was going to kill Mr. House, but he says he wants to die, so I did the opposite. It's not fun if you want me to kill you. I then upload Yes Man, disconnect my Bluetooth headphones, I go touch some grass and live my life, while Yes Man tries to show me his demonstration in hopes I'll put it on the fridge. I tell him the boomers are on our side, find a funny little glitch while trying to get to the Brotherhood of Steel, And, oh, it is not nighttime. And it's nighttime. And now it's daytime. I have as much trouble finding the bunker as the average man has finding the clitoris. The Brotherhood of Steel pop out of nowhere. Hi there. And at first, I try and defend myself against them. But I'm nowhere near prepared to deal with this level of defense. I try and say they are doo-doo heads, and I try and bounce out of there once they try to fight back. Damn, that fast, huh? Oh, the door's locked. I get disintegrated, beat up with Elder Maxon if his barber didn't do him dirty, do the grunt work of the Brotherhood. I missed. I missed. And after giving a small gift to the NCR Ranger, Elder McNamara is still very mean to me. So in retaliation, I go to help a technologically inept set of people to see the rudeness of the leader eating with his mouth open.
So the cub enters the wolf's den. What do you want, cub?
Bro is ready for that bite. His lips are quivering. Because of this behavior, I decide to teach him what technology is and vanish into the night. I was gonna try with you people, but you didn't want to listen. I don't know. I'm out. Peace. Because shut up. I gain another level in the Demolition Expert perk, wait at Chet's to get more boom boom makings, and also get another recharger rifle to repair my current one, and of course some bonus leather armor. I buy more cells, and once again, sell some useless items I've been carrying around since the start. Fully commit to training in my ballistic weapon area and ammo, and get a refill on my grenades. I go to the Omertas, tell the people running it that they have a dumb hat, and that's all the screen time they'll be getting in this video. I somehow find the most wild wastelands thing without having the trait. Ma'am, you can't have your animal running through the park like this, ma'am. Ma'am. Fully take down the White Glove Society, taking down both leaders just for kicks. No, I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to talk to him. I just want to kill him. And once they get taken out, I tell Yes Man in hopes he puts it on the fridge. Yippee! I'm then told to both save the president and hack into the NCR's power supply, so I make my way to the substation and get told not to enter.
Stay out of the control room and enclosure or there's gonna be trouble. Got it?
Sure, yes, sir. Alright, so I gotta go into the, I power the substation and use a stealth boy to get out very safely, and right after, get told I missed out on saving the president.
And Kimball and everything. But hey, stuff happens, right?
Oh, whoops. Was I supposed to save him first? Uh-oh. Whoopsies. I'm then told if there's anything I need to do, I need to do it now or forever hold my peace.
Yeah! That's not
With that out of the way, I make my way to the dam. Most of the enemies are no problem until I fight any Legion member. They normally get a grenade just for them. Go to pass the NCR.
Whoa! Stop right there. No one is allowed into the control room.
Oh, that one right there. This one. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. We were friends. I do it again, but this time with my last stealth boy. And Yes Man tried to blow my cover as I power up my Robo Boys.
Hi! Nice!
Shush, I'm sneaking. Shush. Shush. Quiet down, please. And make my way to the final boss. But before I do, I take every drug that I created and found up to this point to give myself as much of an edge as I possibly could. And oh boy, this is gonna suck. That went well. My damage output isn't really the problem here. It's my protection, being the armor you get at the start of the game, and a cowboy hat. Oh, no. Oh, my face. Trying to do it any type of normal way obviously wasn't working, but I start to develop sort of a cheese strat, basically training the Legion like Black Ops zombies, as the pathing can't really follow me down the hill the same way I go down. And after many more attempts, I also get a very, very, very lucky run, and trap the Legate into the best place to drone strike, so I quickly transform into Obamna. Oh my gosh, did I do it? 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 I then go to make my grand exit. get my last level up. Oh, now I get a level up. And then Blood thinks he's the actual boss fight. I just run away like a manly coward. Oh, around the corner. Let Yes Man do his thing, and he tells me that it's completed. GoodSprings has taken over Vegas. I even get told that GoodSprings thrives thanks to my work.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, GoodSprings thrived.
Yippee! And with that, I guess I proved that yes, you can beat Fallout New Vegas as a GoodSprings enjoyer. As always, thank you guys so much for your support, and leave a comment if you have any challenges you want to see me perform. And not as always, remember that not all sandwiches have bread. Sometimes you just need to be an unwitch. That line is terrible.